Welcome back to the show, everybody. We got some great news for you today. SWIFT and Chainlink partnership. We're going to get into that. We got a new crypto bill and legislation by the end of the year. We're going to talk about it and who said it, more importantly. We're also going to talk about U.S. dollar devaluation, ladies and gentlemen. We got a country that's set to repeg. You got all of this and so much more. And how about mBridge and deep ties? Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at the top of the screen. We are right now at $973 billion market cap for cryptocurrency. Download that CoinPeprika app. Give them a try. If you're an API developer and you need an API with fast and accurate information in crypto and all the aggregate information for that, they are number one ranked right there. Bitcoin 19,200 plus, Ethereum 1,300 plus. XRP is 43 cents, ladies and gentlemen. Not your keys, not your crypto. Get a cold wallet. That's what cold storage wallet means for all the newcomers out here, is to be able to put your assets on a cold storage wallet that's not online, can't be hacked. You got your passwords. Never give your passwords to anybody, what they call private keys, passwords, however you like to say it. But they also now have an exchange, ladies and gentlemen. You could download the mobile app and you can hook up your card, your bank account through MoonPay is one way to do it. And you can purchase crypto and it go directly to your cold storage wallet without having to hook it up. Don't believe it? Give it a try. Link underneath the video. Sound the alarm. We've got ETHgate by the short hairs, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is about to get even bigger. And the reason I say that is because of this right here from John Deaton. Why do I ask about this 4 years later? The guy who bought 650 XRP on January 5th, 2018 for $2.60 each, then sold 649.98 of them less than 2 weeks later on January 18, 2018 for $1.70 each for a loss of $585. Those are the facts. They claim he relied on Ripple and expected profits, so he sued. This goes along to me with the lines of ETHgate. I'm telling you what it appears to be to me. I'm speculating on the matter, but I tell you, I understand the SEC versus Ripple case to be a weapon. It was certainly weaponized from people that I believe had special knowledge, and they took advantage to be a first mover advantage and to slow Ripple down. I believe this class action could potentially be a weapon as well, in a further attempt to slow down Ripple's progress and probably to provide cover even for somebody like a William Hinman on why he couldn't possibly consider a company like Ripple because they were being sued at the time. Isn't that convenient? That's why we need a ruling on those emails, ladies and gentlemen. Lebanon set to repeg currency if recovery plan is approved. Yesterday, it was either yesterday or the day before, I covered the Plaza Accord. Caitlin Long made a post, and it just got my curiosity there. And I said, you know what, we're gonna follow up on it. Plaza Accord was a U.S. dollar devaluation that took place at the Plaza Hotel in New York. A devaluation of the U.S. dollar in 1985. Don't believe it. It's still true. We see the strength of the dollar is going to the roof. We know the UK just had a huge announcement of being in a lot of serious trouble there in that market. We know the US dollar is having a lot of trouble. It was proposed by someone we listened to this morning's video. You should go hear it. Who clearly said, at some point, the pressure is so great on the other currencies on the rest of the world, the stronger the dollar gets, that they'll begin selling their positions in U.S. treasuries just to try to save their own currency. And then you will see the meltdown. We're in the melt up phase. Plaza Accord, ladies and gentlemen, there it is, 1985 agreement among the G5 nations, France, Germany, the US, the UK, and Japan. You think it can't happen again? Because it happened in 1985. Shout out to Molly for making a diagram of that. The Fed says he's convinced the Great Pause will arrive next month in October. Great Pause? I wish I could afford to just make up phrases like this. The Great Pause? Do you mean the Great Depression? Is that what you mean? Is that what we're calling Great Depression now? Because I know that whatever the definition of a recession was got changed conveniently, right? That's how bad you know it's going to be. When they're looking to redefine what we've always used as a measure, two negative quarters consecutively, right, in the economy, and then that's a recession. Well, we're in one. But now he's convinced, Jerome is convinced, we're going to have great pause. That scares the hell out of me, honestly. It is why I tell you about stuff like Glint, and I'm doing it. That yes, I work with them, but I'm telling you, if you get some physically allocated gold on a debit card and you start using it outside of your own account, once you start using it, I can't explain it to you, you won't want to stop. Macro guru Real Vision CEO sees the same thing. He says he's loading up on crypto assets as he expects economic data to dramatically deteriorate over the next several months. I'm inclined to agree with him. None of what I say is financial advice. These are my digital perspectives and others. JPMorgan Chase CEO Diamond feels threatened by the crypto space disrupting payments. This was said by Kevin O'Leary. And he said this isn't about speculation on asset price. This is about reducing fees of how the world economies work. More transparent, more productive, completely auditable, regulated, but less expensive. So does Jamie Dimon feel threatened? You damn right he does. That is a big part of how he makes money. Absolutely here. It goes on and he talks about this at the end here because Kevin O'Leary says U.S. lawmakers are working on a bill to regulate stablecoins that could be approved by year's end. Now, this article came out last night, just yesterday. He still believes something could get approved by year's end. Okay. I'm listening, Kevin. Senator Lummis, who's introducing a new bill here in partnership with Marsha Blackburn, says that this is a new draft bill for cryptocurrency cybersecurity information sharing act. It says the act was introduced by both of those senators. And by the way, Senator Lummis is the one who told us there would be no legislation unless there was a black swan event before the end of the year. It would take a black swan event for there to be legislation by the end of the year, she said. I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what she said. Circle, USD Coin, just keeps expanding, ladies and gentlemen, growing its reach, growing its interoperability and use, looking to move across another 5 blockchains, citing Arbitrum, Near, Optimism, and Polkadot by the end of the year, bringing the number to 12. Hong Kong Monetary Authority will launch a series of trials of its central bank digital currency in testing in the fourth quarter of this year with banks and technology firms. Oh, is that something? Now, this pretty much says the same thing here. It doesn't cite anyone in particular, so we will stay up to date with that. We have more to see here. This is actually news that's really ties into where we're going here. And Riksbank, Sweden's central bank, is teaming up with peers in Israel and Norway and Bank of International Settlements to test an instant payments via retail cross-border central bank digital currency. How about that? If we go into that, it says really the first of its kind experiment will dig deeper into technology, architecture, design choices, and trade-offs. Explore related policy questions. These learnings will be invaluable for central banking thinking about implementing CBDCs for cross-border payments. Project Icebreaker is the fourth cross-border CBDC project that the BIS has participated in. The other three are mBridge, Project Dunbar, and Project Euro. mBridge is where we're going right now because we covered it the other day. Multi-CBDCs, multiple central bank digital currency bridge test. It was successful. And we're going to talk about this because I want to point out this. China, Hong Kong, Thailand, United Arab Emirates. Think about just those regions. That's where most of Ripple's customers come from. The UAE, Thailand, the Asia region. We know Yoshitaka Kitao left the board of Ripple a short time ago, really, and or within the last year or two, and he went to serve on some distributed ledger technology board, I believe it was, in China. I'm speculating, but I'm not speculating about this. SWIFT is working with Chainlink on a cross-chain interoperability protocol to enable TradeFi players to access both digital and traditional asset classes on one network. How about that? SWIFT and the interbanking messaging system that allows cross-border payments is working with Chainlink, a provider of price feeds and other data to blockchains on a cross-chain interoperability protocol known as CCIP. In an initial proof of concept, CCIP will enable SWIFT messages to instruct on-chain token transfers, helping the interbank network to be able to communicate across all blockchain environments. This will help accelerate the adoption of distributed ledger technology blockchains and benefit various institutions across capital markets, Chainlink co-founder said at the SmartCon conference in New York City on Wednesday. SWIFT's strategy director said one of the reasons working with Chainlink has been successful is that there is undeniable interest in crypto from institutional investors. Traditional finance, TradeFi players want access to various digital and traditional assets on one network that can connect different types of asset classes. The partnership between Chainlink and SWIFT and cross-chain interoperability will help bridge the gap between traditional and digital asset or TradeFi institutions, he added. Now, I tell you, that is extremely exciting. I do remind people of 2019, just so you know, right? R3 is obviously in a relationship with SWIFT. R3 has the Corda platform that their customers can onboard onto and have access to the Corda settler. The Corda settler allows for this settlement and options like digital assets, one of which could be XRP. They did a test early on in 19 and used XRP specifically, but did express and have expressed since then that they would open up to multiple types of different assets, but XRP obviously being one of them. Look, you know, all of this is mounting up, ladies and gentlemen. But as this new system is really being connected, we find more and more about it. As we know from, I believe it was Anthony Welfare from Ripple Advisor, told us that we got more CBDC announcements coming for the private ledger. Now that's exciting. That should be any day. Think of all the things that are happening right now as this system is really being put together and in some ways tested, piloted, and fired up. But at the same time, we've got to notice what is taking place around the world with the destabilization that's taking place, whether it's a liquidity crisis or whether it's just an actual currency crisis, right? Liquidity, having enough money, and a currency crisis in the regards that you're just having money trouble because the value of the dollar isn't there. That's one of the real concerns here. And I believe it's going to play a role in how we switch to a great reset. I really do. I just hope it's not the WEF reset. That's for another video. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice for me or anyone else. Make sure you check out all the links underneath the video, ladies and gentlemen. They're great products and services I use each and every day, and they are trusted, vetted links. I'll catch all of you on the next one.